a letter of credit, it's pretty commonly used by banks. The typical issue is the buyer and supplier trying to avoid risks. What if the goods aren't shipped? What if the supplier doesn't get paid because the buyer defaults? There's political instability, there are currency issues, the list goes on. And so what the letter of credit does, it's a bank-issued document that guarantees the supplier a payment, provided that specific shipping and documentation terms are met. And this is obviously good because it serves that purpose of kind of bridging those risks and bringing comfort to the buyer and supplier. But the letters of credit are very much done on the bank's terms. Now, what we can do with smart contracts, stablecoin, and so on is we can let them set the details of this is what we want with our trade conditions, and therefore this is how we're going to settle. You can set custom milestones, so not just pay at the end or do this bank-facilitated escrow, which, as we've mentioned, kind of can have very high legal fees, other bank fees, and so on. But they can program them in just through smart contracts that are basically automatically triggered. The payment gets made when these conditions are met. I mean, this is not to say banks are bad and we're cutting them out. We're actually working pretty closely with several. They can still come in as funders. And, this actually, for us, we think they can really benefit from the transparency that smart contract world brings, as well as the flexibility, because for, say, some buyers or suppliers who just didn't want to pay those fees or maybe didn't necessarily agree with all of the terms of the letters of credit or didn't qualify for one reason or another, we're now opening up that universe for the funders as well as for the buyers and suppliers.